Teachers in Limpopo are finally being vaccinated. The Basic Education Minister, Angie Motshekga, is in the province for the campaign's kickoff. She's accompanied by the provincial education and health MECs. Let's take you to Limpopo then, where we find eNCA's Lindo Gutlekulu, who is there to give us an update. And Lindo, what are the officials there telling us, including the Basic Education Minister? What are they telling us about the kickstart to the vaccination drive in Limpopo?
Well, Tulas, they are telling us that there has been a lot of planning that went into making sure that the 10 days that's been stipulated for the vaccinations, the inoculation of teachers to take place will in fact be concluded within that. We understand that there are about 40,000 plus teachers in the province that are supposed to be vaccinated, and this excludes some of those that had been vaccinated because of the age of being 60. But we understand that today has been a success. The Minister of Education, Angie Motshekga, is here to just launch together with the MEC of Education here, and the MEC was one of the first few people who actually got vaccinated here, just to show and encourage other teachers to actually be vaccinated as well and not fear the vaccine, as some have been citing. But I can tell you that everything is running smoothly. What the MEC of Health is telling us in this province of Limpopo is that as they have been the leading province in terms of the vaccinations that are currently taking place, the vaccination rollouts, they are expecting that tomorrow the 38,000 vaccines that had been given to the province would be completed. With some of the sites here, they're saying that they're expecting that they will be completed in terms of 88 teachers being vaccinated. But of course, like I said, the figure is over 40. So what they are expecting is more batches from the Department of Health so that they can continue with some of those that will be outstanding from the 2 days between today and tomorrow, with some of the vaccination rollouts that are taking place for the Education Department.
To encourage teachers, there are people who've got religious reasons. Let's encourage our colleagues again. It's not that we're not Christians or any. We have faiths ourselves, but we also believe in science. We believe in science. One of my neighbors was saying, the child said, hey, don't vaccinate. There are 6 people who had problems in America. I said, 6 people were affected. 60 million had been vaccinated at that stage. I said, no, tell me about 6 out of 60 million. I said, I'm going to be part of the 60 million. That is safe. So I'm not going to be part of the 6 million. And here I'm standing, colleagues. Thank you very much. Please encourage your colleagues to come. Please, 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 please. There shouldn't be one of us who are not vaccinated, because that one could even end up being a problem to us. But I don't want to seem to be pressurizing people to vaccinate. And I'm glad that unions are here. Please speak to your members.
Yeah, the difficulty of navigating people's individual choices and belief systems, etc., but also at the same time driving home emphatically the message of a public health interest in as far as this vaccination drive is concerned, Lindo. So you've also been hearing from other role players within the schooling community, including school governing bodies. What are they saying about this vaccination drive?
Well, what they are telling us, Tulas, is that they are concerned that there hasn't been anything said about the rest of the school population, and that is the learners. They're saying that the minister was here. They were expecting to hear just the plans in terms of what is it exactly that is going to happen or unravel when it comes to the learners, to ensure that they achieve that group immunity from both the educators' side, the support staff, but also as well as the pupils, which form part of a large number in terms of the population of the schooling staff. But I can tell you that the MEC, the Minister of Education, Angie Motshekga, was quite disappointed about when that particular comment, when we raised it. She says that before the rollout began, they met with the SGP community, and they gave them a sense of how the rollout will be. They told them that they are driven by science, and that learners will be at the very end, the pupils will be at the very end of the vaccination rollout. But there is one gentleman we spoke to in the province here in Limpopo who says they're quite disappointed that they haven't been told about this. But the minister slammed it, saying that they should have gotten the message that pupils will not be considered at this stage because of the fact that they are low risk. But let's take a listen to that gentleman just giving us a sense of some of their concerns when it comes to the fact that there was no mention of pupils being vaccinated at this stage.
We appreciate that the teachers are vaccinated, but what we are not happy about it is because they are talking about the teachers and the administrator, which I mean the department, the MEC, but they are not talking about our children. And remember, those people, they have got job because of our children. And even in their program, I don't hear where they are talking about our children. They don't talk about learners, even when maybe they are going to start to do that. So that is what I'm not happy about it. I'm observing even today, Minister, you hear, she's talking about the teachers and none of the ways where she's talking about our children. And remember, if it's just like that until the 26th of July, we'll make sure that the children are not going to school unless they come up with something else.
All right, Lindo, just lastly then, what are they saying about the drive to ensure that all of this, the vaccination happens within the specified period of time, being about 10 days? I heard that in Limpopo, the focus might be more on getting people to be vaccinated on the weekends.
Well, that's what we are expecting, Tulas, that over these 2 days, today and tomorrow, the MEC of Health has said that the vaccines that they got, which is about 38,000, they will be able to complete them, saying that because of the feedback they are receiving from other vaccination sites that are focused on vaccinating the workers from the education department, they're saying that they're quite confident that they'll be complete with this, and those that will be outstanding, like I said before, will then be accommodated in the next batch that they receive of vaccines. One of the messages that she in fact told the teachers when she was addressing some of those that were listening during the launching of this particular vaccination days was that when they get the vaccines, they'll definitely be vaccinating the teachers, and within that stipulated period, they'll be able to complete this. But also, the Minister of Education, Angie Motshekga, in a briefing we just had just moments ago, did assure us that what they are seeing in terms of the numbers nationally, they are confident that in the 10 days they will be able to complete this particular process. And they've accredited all of this to the planning that they had with their counterpart in terms of the Department of Health. They're saying that they worked together with second managers. Everything is going smooth at this stage, and they're expecting that within the 10 days they'll be complete with this process.
All right, eNCA's Lindogo Hlekulu at the hospital known as Pietersburg Hospital, despite the fact that, of course, the city itself is known as Polokwane, no longer known as Pietersburg, as it used to be back in the days.